Hello, everyone. We are live for the third episode of the second season of the SFL podcast. This is season 9. We just completed week 1 of the SFL slate. We had a lot of good games going, a few blowouts, but for the most part, some close contests going on. And we're here to talk about all of the week 1 battles. We're going to look ahead to week 2 just a tad, and then we're going to talk about those first week power rankings, what we thought of that. And so we'll maybe help you be able to fill out your second week power rankings if you guys have not done so. I got a few guests with me. Obviously, my co-host Mighty is along with me. Mighty, say what's up.
Good evening, folks. Welcome to another episode. I'm glad that y'all are present, willing, and ready to talk some SFL action.
And then we got the newest member of the SFL who was a big hit in the chat room. Went ahead and reached out and see if he wanted to join us. Alex Bond is with us. Alex, how you doing? Alex?
Can you not hear me?
Nope,
Yes.
there you are. Hey, how's it going?
Uh-oh. I think we lost Alex.
It's like every time he goes to say hello, he goes away. That's all right. He's here. Hopefully we can get his microphone issues fixed up, and he'll be good to go. And then we will have more people joining us as we go here. Hopefully they'll be able to pop right in and not miss a step. But for now, this is the crew we got. So let's get rolling. Mighty, where do you want to start today?
Let's do a little week 1 recap.
All right, let's do it. I'm actually going to pull up the website, and then we're going to get going from there. And so hopefully that way everyone will be able to see what is going on. All right, there is the website. We'll present that to everyone. If you've never been to the website, I would strongly urge you to go to simulationfl.net and check it out. We just partnered with Press Stats, so that's a great partnership. Saves the league a lot of money, as well as allows us to do some cool things like put James Richards' face on the homepage. So we got him there, and we're going to get rolling here. We're going to look at the week 1 slate and what happened. We'll start in the blowout of the week, well, one of the two. The game that Cam called that turned out to be the bust for one team and a great showing for the former league champions. Queen City at home takes care of St. Louis 52-7 as the unique build gets off to a rough start, and that's actually what James there was talking about during his press conference. If you hadn't gone and watched that, I would suggest going to do that. So, Mighty, 52-7, did you expect that coming out week 1 for St. Louis?
No, I did not. Twofold, because the way St. Louis built their team in the offseason, they looked to have a very strong defensive build, and they were looking to build upon their late season push that they had at the end of season 8. And at the same time, also, Queen City usually at the beginning of the seasons, they find a little minute to find themselves and try to figure out what works best for their team. Well, this year, it looks like they came and hit the ground running, because, my goodness, that running back was doing his big thing, just running over defenders. I think he just trampled another defender just now. Like, it was crazy how they just came and asserted their will, and the way the Queen City Corsairs have played football, at least as of last season, that led them to the championship, and it looks like they're just going to keep on, keeping on this season.
Yeah, I thought it was a good game from Queen City's standpoint. This is kind of what you run into when you see a very experienced coach like Eric Barkley running into a staff that's, kind of newer to the scene. James Richards talked a lot about how he wasn't very aware that a lot of the defenses in the SFL don't use man, and so a lot of the defense in St. Louis was composed of man for the game. So that's something that I think, once they adjust to that, they're going to be a lot better than this 7-52 difference that we saw in week 1. but it definitely was something I didn't expect coming out of the gate. Another quick thing to notice here, St. Louis, 135 pass yards. Alex, you looked at the build for St. Louis probably by this point. You've seen how wonky it is. No star receivers. What do you think of all those yards in the passing game?
Well, I think it's less about the yards in the passing game than it's more important to look at the yards that they've gained in the rushing game, because this team is obviously built to run the football. They have a running back, a tight end, I believe. They have a tight end, a full.
Yeah, they have a silver tight end.
Look here, they 100.
Uh-oh, I think we lost
Yeah,
Alex.
he was in and out. I guess that's what you get with some of the Wi-Fi issues. But, you know, he's making a very good point that the running game was something that they kind of didn't get off to the races like they would have liked to. 27 carries, 2.9 yards per carry is a little bit under what you'd like for a running back for 79 yards. And that's the stat right there, the rush long of 13. That's got to be higher if you're going to be the gold star for you know, the St. Louis Gladiators. Mighty, would you disagree, or would you say that, you know, we got to have more out of Evan Murr if St. Louis is going to start putting the hurt on other teams?
They need more out of their bell cow and, you know, star offensive player, but at the same time, they have to find a way to spread their wealth so the opposing defenses can't just key in on stopping more. You know, they got to have someone out there as a distraction to kind of pull some eyeballs away, some attention away, so Evan could do his thing, both maybe in the running game and in the short passing game if possible. You know, so that you know, I'm gonna keep an eye on St. Louis's build, because it's very daring, it's very interesting, and you know, I have no doubt that just like last season when they came with another daring and interesting build, it took them a little while to get, you know, to understand the strength of, you know, the keeper. But hopefully this season, with a little more experience, they'll be able to rectify things a little quicker and to analyze and to pinpoint the strengths that they have and be able to play to those and kind of hide the weaknesses, so to speak. And I guess, folks, Ramos is joining us live from Mexico.
Can you hear me?
Yes, Ramos, loud and clear.
Okay, sounds good. All right.
Thank you for joining us, Ramos.
Thank you so much for having me.
We were in the midst of discussing the season opener of St. Louis versus Queen City, and just what are some of your thoughts that you have for that game? What's some thoughts that crossed your mind?
Well, obviously impressed. I thought, you know, Queen City was going to. I had Queen City as a favorite, obviously because they are Queen City, basically. You know, they are always a dangerous team. But I thought that St. Louis was going to have a better game, at least defensively. I always thought that with no wide receivers, it's going to be a little bit difficult for any team, for that matter. But I think that we are going to have better results from the Gladiators moving forward, starting for week 2. But so far, very impressed with Queen City. The running back, always the running back for Queen City is a staple for them. So hopefully we have better showing from the Gladiators, but I think they are going to, you know, talking about the Gladiators, they're going to be a good team moving forward. I was not expecting a 52-7 though.
Neither did I. You know, as I was stating earlier, with as strong as of a build that St. Louis has, I thought that the resistance that they put up would be a lot stronger, keep the game close, and allow Evan, you know, their bell cow Evan to you know, do damage on the ground, chip away, eat clock, and make the game, you know, both shorter and closer. But that is not what happened. Queen City came in and just asserted their will, and you know, and showed by, you know, both that through experience, mostly, that, you know, hey, if you don't come prepared, man, you will get your doors blasted off. So this is a lesson for everyone to make sure that you come and do all the homework that you're supposed to do and prepare your team the best that you can. So let's see if St. Louis can bounce back. Let's see if Queen City can keep it rolling this upcoming week. So we lost Andy for a little second. So let's see if let's move on to the next contest. The next contest we had the Atlanta Swarm taking down the Carolina Skyhawks after watching that game a little bit, Carolina seemed to have the game under control, and then that freak injury happened to Johnny English, and Atlanta was able to slowly but surely chip away and come back and pull that game out in the end. Alex, are you with us? I guess not. So it's just you and I, Ramos. Ramos, what'd you think of that game? Did you get to check it out a little bit? And what'd you think about it? Oh, it's all good. Yeah, Alex, we're talking about the Atlanta and Carolina game. We don't know if you got to check it out a little bit. If you did, what did you think about that game in itself? How it played out?
Well, I wasn't able to watch it. I wasn't able to actually watch the game, but to me, the big issue is mostly this is another game where you look at the stats. Carolina, it's just Atlanta had the better running game, and sometimes if you just run the ball down, it just tires out. Even if it's just AI stuff, in a video game, you still typically will tire out a defense, and they'll give up something big. If you know what I mean.
Yeah, no, I know. We fully understand what you're saying. Ramos, what did you think of the game? Ramos. Okay, I guess we lost Ramos.
No.
This is becoming an interesting show, folks. Haven't checked out, some key parts of the game. I saw Carolina came out. They looked strong. They looked very assertive. I saw that they made some tweaks to Johnny. Johnny used to be a moving, basically a moving building. Now see they got Johnny with some nice nimble feet. That was interesting to watch. Johnny with the spin moves and the jukes. It was something else. So I don't know if the combination of him being that size, having to pull off that moves, is one of the reasons why he got injured. But that was nice to see them put together a game plan to kind of attack Atlanta, and they were doing exactly that. And then once Johnny went down, it was kind of a different ball game for Carolina. It seemed like they couldn't find their rhythm. And Atlanta just started, doing what Atlanta does is, especially with BDG asserting himself and their quarterback taking the shots that are there to take, and they were able to just outlast Carolina. So that matchup there is
by the Carolina defense to hold off Atlanta to almost to almost pull through.
Yeah, but that matchup seems to be something that's going to be interesting to watch. At least I can't wait to see what the rematch looks like later on this season.
When Johnny doesn't go down.
Yeah, hey, you know what I'm saying?
The revenge game.
Okay. Andy must be having some technical difficulties, so he'll catch up with us when he has a chance. The next matchup we're going to look at is the Tallahassee Pride. We're able to just at the end